This video will illustrate the proper procedure for setting up and using a rotary fixture on a Universal Laser Systems VLS 360DT desktop laser. Our system is equipped with a 50 watt laser tube, and we have the BOFA AD350 fume extraction cart. Start by removing the cutting table if it's installed. If you need more room to remove the table, use the Z arrows on the laser to lower the Z stage until you have enough clearance to get the table out without damaging it. Using the two screws on either side, carefully lift the table out of the system and put it aside. If you have the engraving table installed, loosen the thumb screws on the right side and then use the finger holes to lift the table out of the system. Next, we're going to use the laser pointer to align the Y-axis of the rotary with the laser. We want to line the pointer up to the rotary peg seen in the video. To do this, go to the System tab, and then under Rotary, click Calibrate. Using the up, down, and left-right arrows next to the Y position box on the left, align the beam to the rotary peg in the machine. You can see here we've aligned the beam to the peg, and then we click Save, Yes, and Close. Now carefully place the rotary into the machine. Align the plug on the bottom of the rotary with the plug in the machine and gently set it in place. You should feel it seat properly. We will then focus the laser to the silver flat part of the rotary fixture. This process is very similar to focusing to the cutting table or the engraving table. You can either move the head with the focus tool to the exact spot you need, or you can get it close and then unclamp the rotary receiver and move it under the beam. Go back to the System tab and click Calibrate under Rotary again. This time we're going to adjust the Z position on the right side. Use the focus tool and the arrows to adjust the Z stage such that the flat part of the silver cone is focused to the laser. Close the X-axis lid. The arm will quickly move back to home, and click Save, Yes, Close. Prior to loading your piece, measure the diameter of the area you are going to engrave. Multiply that by 3.14. This is your max Y distance, which translates to the horizontal space around the cup that we have to use. Then measure the vertical space on the piece which you want to engrave. This will be your max X distance. Be sure to plan your design according to these measurements or it will not fit on your cup or piece. Load your media by raising the rotary clamp and sliding the carriage to the left and inserting the piece. Ensure it is centered and push the carriage back to the right and lower the clamp to keep it in place. I'm using a stainless steel mug that has been coated with a thin, even coat of Surmark metal marking compound and then left to dry. Now let's set up the job on your computer. Here I've already got my file ready to go. I'm using CorelDRAW. If you're using another program, this process might vary slightly. With the rotary, you won't be cutting, but you may be doing vector marking. In my job, it's just an engraving job, so it's all black. I'll start by rotating my design to match the orientation of the cup I loaded in the machine, then I'll loosely position the graphic where I think it will go. Don't worry, we'll do the final positioning in a minute. Once I'm happy, I'll go to File, Print, and select the laser as my printer. Then I'll click Preferences. From here, I'll select my material as metal marking compound dark, and I put 0.0625 as the thickness. This may vary, so do some testing to be sure. Then I'll change my fixture type to rotary and type in the diameter that I measured earlier, and then click Apply, OK, and then OK. Now the job is sent to the UCP, so we'll switch over there where we'll do the final positioning of the graphic. First, using the focus view button in the UCP, I'll see where my graphic currently is in relation to the cup by clicking on the rightmost and then leftmost parts of the graphic and observing the laser pointer in the machine. It's too low on the cup, so I want to move the graphic to the right. I'll use the focus tool to pick a spot on the cup that I think will be good for the top graphic, and then use the relocate tool to move the graphic to that pointer and recheck the position of the top and bottom, and then continue that process until I'm happy with the positioning. At this point, you can use Auto Z to set the height of the Z stage automatically based on what you set before and the diameter of your cup, but I find I get better results by focusing directly to the media. So we'll do that now following the same procedure we did when we first set the fixture into the machine. I find it best to use the middle of the graphics as a focal point. Be sure to turn Auto Z off in the System tab before you run the job. Now I can get an estimate of the time it will take by using the Time Estimate tool. Once that's done, I ensure my fume extraction is on and start the job. This job has been sped up to save some time. When the job is finished, release the fixture clamp and remove the cup. The unused marking compound can be washed off with just water, and you will now have a permanent marking on your cup. I hope this video was helpful. Please leave a comment if you have any questions or concerns that we can help with.